All right, guys, good morning. Good morning. Welcome aboard to the Morning Note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join me. Apologize for running about 5 minutes late. It's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the G.A.R Capital YouTube channel. Let me fix my chair. My chair's too low. I don't know why. Anyways, hope everyone's having a nice morning. Let's rock and roll. Before we begin, bottom right-hand corner of your screen, click on that logo, turn on notifications, subscribe to our channel. Make sure to hit that like button if you really like these videos. Really do appreciate it as always. All right, we got a lot to get to. VIX is down 3.71%, sub 30 right now at 29.60. The dollar is up 0.23%. Yields are up 1.875. We are long JPM. As you can see, they are up pre-market with yields. So again, we expect yields to go a little higher and banks to hit. Let's take a look at the futures market. Dow Jones up 208 points. NASDAQ is up 118. S&P up 31. We're also up 12. Crude oil is now red. It was up as much as 3.5% yesterday. Again, we talked about that level. Let's go ahead and bring it up again. Now there's a talk that Iran is coming to the table in Vienna regarding a nuclear deal. That's going to bring more supply into the system. Look where we got. Remember, I was talking about like 115, 114.50, 115 level seems to be the resistance. There we go. We rejected it. Now, again, we could see if we get a little more downside, but that's what I'm expecting. Again, I think at worst, it'll probably get to around 118. We got as high as 116.72. Again, big time resistance here. We haven't been above that since 2008, guys. So again, that's more of the less likely to happen. Again, to happen in terms of in terms of the mean. We know again that's more outside of the mean than it is inside of the mean. So again, could we tap 114 again? Sure, but again, I think with more supply coming in, Iran coming in, I didn't know about the Iran thing yesterday. I'm just playing the technicals here. Oil is to the point that it's way overbought. Energy companies overbought. This is why I sold my XOP position yesterday with Investment Club. I'm going to keep an eye on crude. Let's see if there's an opportunity for a huge big short, and I will be watching that very closely. I don't know what happened to my screen right now. My apologies. Let's keep an eye on everything here. Gasoline is up 0.73%. Right now at 33.48. Gold futures are up 0.42%, 19.30. Silver futures are up 0.81, 25.39. Euro dollar 110.84, down 33 pips. Dollar yen up 16 pips, 115.66. Bitcoin 44,115. So again, we saw a nice pop on E-mini futures. Let's take a look at something together that I've been looking at. I was staying up a little late last night watching this. It couldn't be that easy, could it? On reverse head and shoulders up, maybe it could be. Our target is 44.60, 44.54. So again, before I get the question from Leonardo, who I love very much, is asking me about SPY. Yeah, SPY looks like it's good for 445. That's exactly the target I look for. Can pay me enough to trade snow, right? Thoughts on snow? Give me a second. We'll take a look at E-mini futures again. You have your inverse head and shoulders. I expect us to get to around 4,500. And then after that, we could definitely reject 4,500 S&P, guys. If there's any stocks that you want to get rid of, any growth stocks that you just cannot handle holding, that is your time to get the fuck out. 4,500, you get in, get the fuck out. And if you want to hold it, then you want to hold it. I don't want to hear the whining afterwards. Honestly, if you want to keep it, you have a chance. You have your opportunity. 4,500 is your opportunity to get out. Let's take a look at QQQ together. Here's a good one here. I'm going to bring up the daily. Every time we've had 4 days of consolidation, 4 or 5 days consolidation, we've had to move higher. Here's the 4th day consolidation. More than likely, we're probably going to move higher. So that's what we're watching. Again, I'm expecting QQQs to possibly get to 355, maybe to 352. I'll be watching those calls. We're at the 350 mark right now. Let's see if we can catch QQQ today for this week or maybe for next. Watching AMD as well. That's on my radar. I'm watching crude. I'm watching S&P. I'm watching Qs, and I'm watching AMD. AMD is right now 119.14. Again, maybe a break of 120 would clear that fib line here, and we can go ahead and target 122 for next week. So again, I'm watching AMD. I'm watching Qs. I'm watching crude oil again, and I'm watching the S&P. That's my watch list for today. Obviously, I have JPM trade open. I also have NVIDIA open, and I also have PayPal, which got destroyed, but I'm still holding that. So that's where we are currently. Let's answer some questions. You had a question regarding snow. Let's take a look at it together. I can just bring this up. Well, Snow, as we know, fell. We know that it had an earnings report yesterday. We talked about that. Do I really want to touch this stock? There's so many other cloud companies that are just cheaper and better off. Microsoft, Amazon. We saw CRM, which is Salesforce.com, Adobe, Oracle. Snowflake is not on the top of my list of wanting to own this company in terms of just their cloud. I've said this before, I say it again to many people, especially Investment Club. Stick with Microsoft and Amazon. That's the big ones. AWS and Azure, and you'll be fine. If anything, you also have Salesforce.com being third. But I think those two are the top ones. Keep it simple. You know, Microsoft is more than a cloud company. Amazon's more than a cloud company. Snowflake is only a cloud company. Which one would you choose? That's what I would go by. Your thought process on runners? Do you go for another percentage amount? Usually about 100%, and I just keep an eye on it if that's the case. But I really don't use runners often, to be completely honest. Thoughts on AI? Good morning, everybody. Let's see, AI. AI's nice push today. So again, looking at the hourly, maybe a break of right this resistance right around 25.74. You can start playing some calls. I didn't really read deep into their earnings report. So again, that's something I'd have to research a little more. But again, I've been just in trading mentality, just kind of watching charts all day and seeing what's moving and everything like that. So really in the investment side, nothing has really been done. Again, other than my SPY-G that I buy every week. So I will be watching that very, very carefully. The market, 4,500 is very key. That's the level I'm looking for. But AI, again, a break of 25.65, then possibly some upside calls, maybe to 27. That's the only thing that I see is probably worth it. Calls for Apple today. Well, I believe Apple's going to move up today with QQQ. So you can see a nice break here. You can possibly target the 170s for next week. Buy yourself some time. So Apple, again, is breaking my alert with futures being up. It's a nice move. Again, kind of an inverse head and shoulders, very similar to SPY, very similar to Qs. And again, we should get to around 170. So Apple may be worth a shot. Absolutely. Best Buy announced 27% dividend increase. I don't think it's 27% dividend, just an increase. I think will move based alone. Best Buy had a nice quarter. They are up pre-market about 6%. They're a good company, a great retailer. Them and Target have been doing great work in terms of what's happened the last year. Obviously, the market has came down. It went as high as 141 down to 100. I think Best Buy is worth a shot. If you like the company and you like retail, Best Buy is pretty good. They probably held up against Amazon, definitely. So Best Buy has been a winner, absolutely. And they pay a dividend, of course. When will you be buying more stocks heavily, such as AMD, Tesla, Apple? That would be around 4,500 S&P. 4,500, if we can clear above that and hold above that, then I would say the worst is over. Because again, we still have some downside risk, guys. The Fed is still raising. Ukraine isn't over. There's a lot of stuff to happen. So again, if we can get to 4,500 and possibly hold above, that'll give me a little more confidence to buy shares. But really, 4,600 is really all clear signal for me. But 4,500, I'll start buying. But again, I want to wait just in case we don't get that right shoulder pattern where you start getting to the right here. We don't want that. So 4,500 is what I'm looking for. Think we'll have a midday volatility to burn calls into Friday expirations? Probably not, because we have non-farm payroll tomorrow, which is the employment report. And we've had some really good data from ADP yesterday. So a lot of things are looking very well. Look at NASDAQ up 1% today. I told the team last night, I'm like, those 4 consecutive candles on QQQ, we may get a nice day today. Let's see, Carlos, a little late for the live. Thoughts on Mike Wilson's theory? Yeah, it's a theory, honestly, but again, I can understand if the Fed was aggressively raising rates. They're just raising rates 25 basis points. They're easing into it. So I don't buy Mike Wilson's theory personally. I agree that we're going to get to 4,500. Yes, I agree to that. But to have this other massive downside, following that 2018 analog, I think that was more of a rate shock than anything else, rate increase shock. We don't have that. I think we're kind of already knowing what we're going to get. So that's kind of a different backdrop. Is it good to get into REITs for dividend? My favorite dividend, or my favorite REIT, is Fundrise. Fundrise. And that's the one I invest in every month. That's the one I like. It does pay a dividend, but I just reinvest it. So yeah, they're fine. That's the best way to go. All right, guys, we'll leave it there. No afternoon note today. Today is my wife's birthday, so I want to give a shout out to my amazing wife. I love you, honey. We will be out for dinner tonight, obviously, and enjoy. So she's happy when I'm not working. So no 5 p.m. aftermarket recap. Just gonna enjoy time with the wife. And tomorrow back at it for the morning note for non-farm payroll. Just want to give you that heads up. So again, really wanted to be in the morning note today to explain that. Later today, we'll not do an aftermarket recap but I will join you tomorrow for the morning note and the aftermarket recap on Friday. Let's see how we do today. Have a great Thursday, guys. We'll catch you guys tomorrow for the morning note. Cheers.